Welcome. I'm Peter. Sit tight. I'm going to read you a poem. I died for beauty, but was scarce adjusted in the tomb, when one who died for truth was lain in an adjoining room. He questioned softly why I failed. For beauty, I replied, and I for truth. The two are one, we brethren are, he said. And so as kinsmen met a night, we talked between the rooms until the moss had reached our lips and covered up our names. That was I Died for Beauty by Emily Dickinson. Truth and beauty, one and the same. Science is the pursuit of truth, and so the pursuit of beauty. Okay, I'm going to read you another poem now, but this time one by nature. We call this one Newton's second law, and it goes something like this. F equals ma. That's a very cold and harsh reading. We can soften it a little bit. I can read it more like, the force on an object is identical to its acceleration scaled by its mass. Now that's a little softer, yeah, but it's still cold and distant. That's because that's really more like a transliteration than a translation. You can do better. This is an equation that's a grammatical structure in the language of mathematics, but in physics, the point of an equation is to surprise. To take two ideas that seemed completely different, completely distinct, and reveal that they are actually the same thing, that they're actually just different perspectives on the same thing. Two sides of the same coin, truth and beauty. Let's take a look at each side of this coin. Side number one, force. You know force. You know force. You have an instinctive feeling for force. Force is an impulse to action. Force is a push. Force is a pull. Force is resistance. Force is pressure. Pressure. We recognize forces external to us. The wind pushes you. Gravity pulls you. A hug squeezes you. But we recognize them as interactions. They necessarily involve someone else, something else. Okay, that's side number one. Side number two, acceleration. You also know acceleration. You know acceleration. You have an instinctive feeling for acceleration. Acceleration is motion. Dynamic motion. Acceleration is speeding up. It's slowing down. It's turning. It's something you feel in your gut. Acceleration is a very personal thing, an internal thing. Motion is an internal thing. My motion, where I am, where am I going in my life, that's my business, not yours. No one's business. That's mine, right? And yet, F equals ma. Somehow, these two seemingly completely different ideas, concepts, the internal and the external, somehow they're not so different after all. Somehow they're one and the same individual experience. And that is where the M comes in. the mass. Your mass is the star of the show. The external experience of force and the internal experience of acceleration are one and the same, individually. You and I both live the experience that to be pushed is to move, but the scale of that experience is unique to each of us, as determined by our mass. A push on you and a push on me look different, but we are both living the same consistent lives. This is generality made personal. This is the universe inside each and every one of us. That is what this poem is about. Beautiful, isn't it? Now, I probably should end this here, but I can't help myself. Talking about the individuality of Newton's second law, I have to follow up with a stunning verse that takes this concept in a completely unique direction. This one's also by Newton. It's his law of universal gravitation. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you right now, but I'm going to show it to you because I just want to point out there's a familiar character in there. That M, that little m, that is the exact same m, the mass that I was just talking about. Gravity knows about it. Not only does gravity know about your mass, but it reflects it perfectly. Gravity personalizes its pull to each and every one of us. And in so doing, it wipes out the very difference between general and personal altogether. The gravitational experience is perfect equality. And that is what makes gravity so unique and so different. No other force in the universe does anything like that. Only gravity. And someday, if we get to it, I would love to show you the absolute triumph that is Einstein's deeper laws of gravity. But for now, we have to move on. So thank you, and see you next time.